good things you did, Coach?
We got some turnovers. Defense got some takeaways, got some big stops. I think that's probably the best thing of the day. Offensively, again, they moved the ball, did some good things at times, and then a critical turnover, penalty, things like that. Just typical things you would expect for the first time out with them.
Mark, do you have an update on Dante?
Yeah, Dante, he's gonna get surgery this afternoon. So he's going to get shoulder surgery, and we expect Dante to make a full recovery and be back with us in the fall.
How did the players be back
in the fall? You'll be back in the fall.
How did the players react to a game-like situation?
I was pleased with the offense and the defense as far as alignments, assignments. Well, I shouldn't say there were obviously some missed assignments, but the tempo of the offense and the execution, and they do some good things, and then and it comes down to playmakers. We need some more playmakers. It's hard for them to sustain a long drive, 70, 80 yard drive without making some big plays. And the minute we'd get something going, a critical turnover here and there would stall them.
Is it fair to ask which side is more along than the other at this point?
Yeah, I think it's just like you would expect. The defense is further along, because if the defense just gets lined up right and makes them execute, the offense, it's always a little bit harder for them to get started. But defense is a little bit further ahead right now.
Mark, how the quarterbacks look?
They look good at times and look bad at times. Again, that comes down to the players around them as well. Players have to make plays, and the other 10 guys around the quarterback need to be in position and doing the right things and making plays. So as far as individually for each quarterback, it's still hard to pick it out because we're so far off at certain positions.
Mark, drop passes have been an issue in the past. Did you see many of them today?
Yeah, it's still an issue. Still an issue. Yeah, definitely.
You guys are almost halfway through. I guess today was practice 7 or so. Kind of assess where you all are at this point as you go into the second half of spring practice.
We have a long way to go. I feel like we're getting a better sense of urgency each and every day. I think offensively, I like the position that the coaches are putting them in. I like the tempo at which we're doing things. Defensively, the same thing. We're coaching them hard. I like what we're doing. We look good at times. But like was mentioned there, a drop pass here or there, a turnover, and the mental toughness is not where we need it to be. We step on the field with a top 10 team right now, and we've got a long way to go. So. That's all part of it. Yeah, that's all part of it. But just being tough, just being mentally and physically tough, and pushing your way through situations, and when bad things happen, just having a meanness and a toughness about you, and we just don't have it right now.
Do some guys press? Is it too early for some guys to press?
I don't know, but they're going to be under extreme pressure, at different times. So we've got to learn to respond to it.
Scrimmage is more about getting better or trying to figure out what you saw.
Getting better. We know we need to improve in a lot of areas. So. It's a little bit of both, I guess. We're always, trying to assess where you're at and where we need to improve. But, we need to get better. And it's good just to put the ball down, let them play, and just see how guys respond.
How have you adjusted to being a head guy, a head man, the guy that's completely in charge?
It was a little different today. I probably felt it as much as before in the previous practices, because I'm usually, as a defensive coordinator, I'm right in the middle of it. I like being right in the darn middle of the huddle and right in the middle of the play. And really, with scrimmages, it's so much for us about coaching and getting them to do things and being hard on them and really getting involved. And so. In a critical, situations today, if it's a third down and the offense is about to get a first down, drop it, I'm mad at the offense, and normally I'm mad because they were open. So it was a little different, but just want to see good football right now. I want to see good football on both sides of the ball. I don't want the defense to be successful because the offense can't execute and vice versa. So I just really looking for some good ball right now, and saw a little bit of it out there today, but not nearly enough.
Being outside today, were you better able to assist your punting, kicking, and all that too?
Yeah, it was a little better. It was a little better, obviously, especially with the punting.
Mark,
Yeah.
when you talk to players, they talk about the defense is simpler and easy to understand, and the communication's better.
Mm-hmm.
You talked to DJ, and he said defense is not simple; it's still complicated. They have to be able to do things.
Yeah.
What's kind of the balance between that? Who's right? Who's wrong? Or?
Well, it's just a mindset. Believe me, we could be as complex as we want to be. It's not. It's getting your players. It's not what we know. We could sit in there on the board and we could come up with. There's a lot of good defenses. There's a lot of good ways to do things, and but it's up to you to get your team to understand it and teach it and get them to execute it. That's the bottom line. Nobody really cares how much I know. Or we know on Saturdays, It's a matter of what the players know and how they execute and how they play. So I think that's a big part of it, and that's a big part of our philosophy defensively, is to make it simple, make them understand it, know who they are, and then have tweaks and a lot of change-ups off of it. Like I said, we'll never stop. Defensively, we'll always continue to install, but that takes over a lot of time.
Mark, you talked about being in the middle of ordinarily in the defensive huddle back in the day, and now the first thing you talked about today was what you saw from the defense. Do you anticipate that your evaluation basically will begin with this team with the defense? Because, a lot of coaches believe it's got to start there.
Yeah, I guess so. I never really put a lot of thought into that. Probably just habit with me. Sure. Maybe always starting with the defense. But, no, I think it's, I'm looking for balance. I know we need to be good in all areas to be successful. So the offense is very, very important to me, and very important to us and our success. So I'm very interested. I found myself standing over there with them most of the day.
Really?
Yeah.
How will the week coming up differ from what you've done so far? Will there be any new points of emphasis?
This week, did you say? It'll be just continue to progress, and really as we start to understand things a little bit better, I'm really looking forward to seeing some guys emerge, and again, we need some leaders, we need some toughness, we need to build on what we're doing.